and progressive feel. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the New York Yankees taking on the Cleveland Guardians. Alongside my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shopping. Thanks for joining us here. Well, Singy, as we come into this one, it's all about the sweep.
Yeah, and anytime there's a chance for the Bruins to come out, the pressure is definitely on. We'll see if they can find a way to salvage at least one in this series.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. And on the mound now, Slade Cecconi. Tell us about him in that sub-3 ERA, Siggy.
Well, anytime you can keep your ERA under 3, you're doing a lot of things right, and you're putting your team in a position to win a lot of ball games as well. And he's doing tremendous out there on the mound. Every time he gets the ball, you expect him to go out there and dominate, and that's what he's been to this point. We'll see how he is today.
Trent Grisham leading things off and takes a strike. Ripped right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. The first batter of the game leaves the yard, and the Yankees have the lead. It's 1-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. Well, we see this so much more today. Lineups with pop in the leadoff spot, and it really puts the pitcher in a tough spot out there where he has to execute right away. You can't just get over a couple of strikes to settle in, get comfortable, because at the plate, that guy's looking to do exactly what he just did. Start the game off with a huge bang.
Here's Judge now, right through there for a strike. Judge launched a homer in his most recent game. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here in the third and final game of the series. That one drilled left field. This one's got a chance. Up against the wall and brings it in. As we take a look now at the New York Yankees lineup. Singy, the numbers tell us this is an offense designed to swing it. They're not going to force a ton of action on the bases. And so obviously that is one of the focal points that we'll look at.
And you look at the quality of the at-bats because of the fact that the legs aren't a part of this game. They have to be very selective, look for long pitch counts, grinding out at-bats, and really barrels to the baseball, because it's a lot easier to jog around the bases than for these players to sprint.
Giancarlo Stanton, the next to hit, takes ball one. This one belted deep left field, on its way, gone. Giancarlo Stanton with a blast. It's their second home run of the inning, and they add on. It's 2-0. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat.
So let's take a closer look inside the numbers. That blast from StatCast, 113 miles an hour off the bat, Singy.
And it just flew out of here, Boog. Even if you only heard the ball hit the bat, you knew that was a home run. I mean, he put a perfect swing on it, and the numbers back it up.
One down. Jazz Chisholm Jr. stepping in now for the Yankees. That's in there. And that's strike one. Gets him to chase after that one. Chris, he's currently the team leader in stolen bases. That's a laser base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single. That makes it a 15-game hitting streak, and there's some buzz about it now, Siggy.
It's nothing crazy, but it does say a lot about how well he's seeing pitches and really making solid contact, barreling up the baseball at times, and everything it seems he's hitting hard. As hot as he is, I could see this streak going for a little while longer.
Runner on the move, pitching for a strike. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
Well, he had that base stolen as soon as he broke for second. Such a huge lead. The pitcher's got to find a way to help out his catcher, especially if he doesn't have a great throwing arm. Step off the rubber, shrink that lead, somehow create a little bit more time where maybe you can prevent that stolen base.
Splits the plate. 0-2.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
On the ground to short. That's the second out.
Batting fifth, the catcher, number 28,
Austin Wells stepping in now for the Yankees.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed.
Base hit! And they hold him at third. 90 feet away with 2 out.
The shortstop, Anthony.
Here's the shortstop at the play. Anthony Volpe didn't play in last night's game. A little breather for him. That one's in there. That's strike one. Two on, 2 outs. Smoked on the ground a second. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now a 2-0 ball game. And taking the ball for the Yankees, Carlos Rodon. He leads the league in ERA, Siggy.
Yeah, he's always around the zone, Boo. Gets weak contact and makes hitters guess. That's how he's been able to stay on top.
Everything's crisp, movement, mix, location. A little different from your cardio stats, Siggy.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, we know the numbers don't lie. Elite is elite. They'll be leaning on that arm all summer long.
Bo Naylor digs in for the Guardians. He rarely chases and doesn't miss the mistake pitches.
Yeah, he's a professional hitter, plain and simple, and he's making pitchers pay.
A little out front there as he swings through it. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Batting second, the third base.
Here's the Guardians lineup now. Trailing by a couple of runs already, and I'm sure they'd like to erase that deficit quickly.
Yeah, you don't want to let this deficit get into your head and you're trying to just make up the difference with one swing and you really don't have the base runners on. You've got to contribute, keep the line moving, and all of a sudden you have a big inning. Everything shifts and you find yourself in the driver's seat.
Rodon, when you talk about his skill set, he stops teams from getting hits. That's the thing that he's so good at. He's just really difficult to get base hits against. Fair ball. Now around second, going for third. And he's got himself a triple.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Even though he was really late on it, he clearly barreled the ball because that one was ripped down the line. He had to be really short with that swing and not get beat by that pitch.
One down, runner at third. Kyle Mansarda now at the plate. Didn't play in the day game yesterday, so he should be fresh for this one.
Well, he's got power and he has a reputation of being a strike thrower. So to his advantage, he can expand the zone.
Runner on at third, one gone.
He can throw that fastball slightly above the top of the strike zone to get hitters to chase. He can also break it off because when you're geared up for good velocity, it's hard to stay back. You have to make a decision really early.
Just indecisive in that at bat. He couldn't commit to the slider, tried to sit in between, just not able to put the bat on the ball.
Swing and a miss at a slider. So what's the approach from an offensive perspective against a guy that doesn't give up a lot of hits?
I think you just kind of have to lean out over the plate and, take your base. But seriously, you just have to try to shorten up. I think guys choking up on the bat a little bit to have some more bat.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that'll do it. One hit in the inning, a triple, but they leave him stranded. Second inning coming up from Progressive Field. It's the Yankees 2 and the Guardians nothing. Back now at Progressive Field, and stepping in for the Yankees, Jose Caballero. Popped up, and it's just foul. Takes it in for the out.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Escara went deep in his most recent game. That's ripped into the outfield. That's a fair ball, and it's getting into the corner. The throw in. The tag out.
Gotta love the hustle and the attitude there to try to stretch that single into a double, but unfortunately thrown out at second base. He was so close to being in scoring position.
Back to the top of the Yankee order. Now it's Trent Grisham to the plate. This one in the air, right field. And a foul ball. Two down, nobody on.
No.
One and two now. Struck him out looking. So the Yanks go in order. They're up 2-0. Here in Cleveland, bottom of the inning, Brian Rocchio digs in for the Guardians. Rodon, more than 100 career wins on the mound, and he was selected to the All-Star game last year. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The 0-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Here's the 0-2. Ripped to short. Volpe throws it to first in time. And quickly one away in the second.
The right fielder, Nolan Joe.
That one fouled off. And that drops in for a strike. Rodon ready. The 0-2 on the way. Stays alive. Swing and a pop-off in foul ground. Has room, and he makes the catch.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
2 down, bases empty. Stepping up for the Guardians, Daniel Schneemann. On the ground, and it goes just foul. Got him swinging. After 2, it's a 2-0 ball game. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. In the air, right field. 1 up, 1 down.
Almost a loud start to the inning on that first pitch. Man, he's going to want that one back, no doubt. Look, it looked like that curveball backed up on him, and although it's a mistake, it works out really good for the pitcher. The hitter's timed it up, expects it to be to a certain spot, and it just doesn't get there.
That one hit to right. Jones coming on. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch.
The batter, number 13, second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Now it's the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Picked up a base hit to center his first time up. And that should be extra bases. And he'll make it to second base with 2 gone. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
That one finds the zone. Strike 1. Runner at second, 2 down. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Swing and a ground ball. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Still able to get it there in time. And they do get the 3rd out of the inning. 1 left for the Yankees, but they're on top 2-0. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been struggling.
Here. Ball.
Swings through that. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, he's got great strikeout stuff on the mound, doesn't he? I mean, double-digit strikeouts in his last start, and he's just racking them up again in this one. This guy can really dominate a game out there. Not a fun assignment for any lineup.
Chopped left side. Slings it across, and 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the third.
Up next for the Guardians, the catcher, Bo.
So the Guardians lineup turns over. Bo Naylor digs in now. He's 0 for 1. And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. And there's a foul ball. The 0-2. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Guardians go down 1-2-3. They're still down. It's 2-0. On to extra innings. Austin Wells stepping in. You look at where his OPS ranks in the league and think this man's just out here breaking calculators, Singy.
Yeah, it's like he's got cheat codes. Walks, bombs, doubles. He's doing it all.
Foul ball there. Chris, he's been one of the most powerful hitters in baseball this year. His home run numbers are good enough to put him top 5 in the league. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. And that's got extra bases written all over it. And he's got a leadoff double in the 4th.
Another multi-hit game for him. He's been really hot lately. I'll tell you, when you smoke a line drive into the gap like that, I mean, sure, home runs are king, but I feel like nothing makes you feel like a true professional hitter more than a bolt the other way.
That's to third. Ramirez on to first. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Up next for the Yankees, the left fielder, Jose Caballero.
So now with 1 away and a man at second. Now the left fielder, Jose Caballero. He's 0 for 1.
Ball.
Swing and a ball driven out to center. Carrying well. And it is gone. A 2-run blast. His 4th home run of the season. And they boost their lead. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it. Ball.
Clobber to right field, way back, gone. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And they add to their lead. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Slade Cecconi gives way. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. Here's a new pitcher from the pen, number 63. He last pitched 2 days ago. So the batting order turns over, and stepping in for New York, Trent Grisham. He's already homered in this game. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So a man aboard now with one away.
The batter, number 99, designated hitter, Aaron Judge.
To short, could be two. Terocchio at second for one, but
No,
safe
he's in
at
there,
first.
safe.
It's a fielder's choice.
Well, an aggressive slide at second base, but it was legal. I like it because you're trying to break up the double play, and it looked like the slide impacted the throw a little bit. Nice job by the base runner.
Giancarlo Stanton at the plate. He's already homered here in this one. Judge off of first with two away. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. Another homer, his second home run of the game, and they throw a pair on the board. It's 7-0.
Now he's just showing off out there, and who can blame him with a swing like that? Give that man a bat, watch it go a long way. He's so good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate, but he doesn't allow his wrists to roll over, stays through the ball, gets the loft, and gets the home run.
Foul ball. Two down, nobody on.
Ball.
That's in there at the knees, and it's strike two. On the ground, right side, Rocchio. And they're happy to just get off the field after that frame. They had the long ball working 3 times for a total of 5 runs. To the bottom of inning number 4 now. It's the Yankees 7 and the Guardians nothing. And we're back with a series sweep very much in play, Siggy. Sizable lead, so keep those brooms handy.
A sweep can really send shockwaves through a clubhouse, Boog. One team surging forward, the other left searching for answers.
That one fouled off.
You know, these Guardians just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. They've gone down on strikes at a high rate today, so it's probably time to simplify the approach and just find ways to put the ball in play.
Fights it off, he'll see another. And foul ball. The 0-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. 0-2 now. Ripped into left center, base hit. So he ends up with a hit after seeing a lot of pitches. That was a good at bat.
Up next for the Guardians,
Dominant performance for him today, Boog. Just 2 hits allowed so far, no runs across either, and he's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced. So I don't think this hit is going to knock him off his stride too much.
Popped up. Chisholm. And there's one away.
Well, that's a frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter right there. I mean, that pitch was right down the middle. I think he got a little too excited, came out of his mechanics, and instead of driving that ball somewhere, he popped it off. Unfortunate for him.
DeLauder, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. Next offering in there for a strike. And it's 0-2.
Curveball kind of backed up on him there. I think it just slid out of the hand a little bit too soon.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Batter number 4.
And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. Right through there for a strike.
Oh, he's looking great so far. It helps.
Runner on the go. Pitching for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close. That's 20 stolen bases for him this season.
You don't usually see teams try to claw back into games by being aggressive on the base pass like this, but it's still early in this one. This kind of tells me they're going to try to tackle this one 1 run at a time instead of waiting back for it.
And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. 1 left for the Guardians. Not going their way. It's 7-0. Back here in Cleveland, this offense has lifted them to a lead with plenty of hits so far in this one as we look at the spray chart.
Yeah, it looks like they've been spreading it out pretty well in this one, Boog. Spraying the ball all over the yard. Good team effort at the dish.
Out towards right center field. DeLauder heading to the alley. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Up next for the Yankees, the catcher, number 28, Austin Wells.
Now that's smacked to right center. Base hit, and that's a 1-out single.
The batter, number 11, shortstop, Anthony.
So up next for New York, Anthony Volpe.
Ball.
The 1-0. Lined, and that's a base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with 1 gone.
Up next for the Yankees, the left fielder.
Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
Fastball for a strike.
Well, he homered earlier in the game, but showing no fear on the mound so far in this at bat. He's just attacking the strike zone.
He hauls it in. 2 away.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Number 63 will depart, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching for
Sean Armstrong will take over here.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
That one lifted to left, and that is that. A strong showing there from the Cleveland bullpen. Last half of the fifth coming up. It's the Yankees 7 and the Guardians nothing. Welcome back. And struggles at the plate in this series as we take a look at the numbers. Line to second, snagged on the bounce. Jazz tosses to first. One pitch and one out.
Up next for the Guardians, the left fielder, number 10, Daniel Neiman.
These hitters have been very aggressive early in the count, but when you're down, you might want to be a little more patient. Take some pitches, see if you can extend those at bats and get some base runners on.
Grabs it on the run. 2 down.
The batter, number 6, designated hitter, David.
And up next for Cleveland, David Fry. He struck out swinging in his first at bat. And there's a rocket into the outfield. And it gets by him. Around first, heading for 2. Not stopping. He's going for 3. In there safely.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. I love the hustle out of the box. Man, he drove that baseball, and he was thinking triple right away.
On the ground to the left. Volpe throws to first in time. And that is the inning. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. We're back with a look at key moments so far in this one. Trent Grisham stepping in now for the Yankees.
Number 12, Trent Grisham.
Ripped on a line. DeLauder snags it on the run. One pitch and one out.
Wow, he looked like he was running before the ball was hit. Didn't have much time, as that was a hard hit liner, but a nice job of covering a lot of ground in a short amount of time.
Swing and a high fly ball hit the air left center field. This one's got a chance. That one is gone. Aaron Judge leaves the yard. His 42nd home run of the season. And they add a run. It's 8-0.
He wasted no time in that at bat, swinging at the first pitch, and he punished it. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at bat. You watch him from the on deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
One down. Giancarlo Stanton stepping in now for the Yankees. Swings and misses. It's 0-1. Throw to first in time.
The batter, number 13, second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. It's through for a hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder.
Runner takes off, pitch in for a strike. Throw to second, out there, and that ends the inning. Another look at the long ball for the Yankees. It's now an 8-0 game.
I've been working 24/7. They ain't give me nothing easy, so I had to go and get it. I'm a legend. They gon' try to act like we ain't had it.
Well, this game isn't very close, Singy. Let's see if we got any messages from those tuning in today.
I know we got some good stuff in there.
All right, Singy, in ballpark entertainment, you got a favorite mascot race?
Yeah, I love what they do in D.C. with the former presidents.
Somebody always gets tackled. They always get hurt.
I know, and it's just crazy. Imagine running around in those big, bulky suits, and somebody's always going to go down.
Do you remember when Tim Kirkjian ran in the sausage race in Milwaukee?
No, I didn't see that one.
Yeah. Yeah, they used one of the kid-size ones.
You know, this isn't exactly a mascot race, but I love what they do in Atlanta with the freeze.
And another ball.
I wanted to race the freeze at one point. I don't think my hamstrings could hold up for it now.
I feel like 5 years ago you could have handled the freeze. It would have been fun, and I would bait you into it and try and get you to train to race the freeze, and it just never materialized.
Yeah, I appreciate that you had enough confidence in me that I could beat a guy who looks like he was going to the Olympic trials at some point or another. But yeah, it's always a great thing to watch there at Truist Park.
Would you have worn one of those bobsled outfits like the freeze wears?
Nah, that would have been a little too revealing for me at this age.
I feel you. Oh, great stop. Nicely done for the out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And it's fouled away.
I'm impressed by the number of first pitch strikes. He's not afraid of contact. Some guys, they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here. And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Waves at the bender for the strikeout. Chris, third time through the order, and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today, economical with the pitch count.
The first baseman, number 9, Kyle
Manzardo in the box again, takes a strike. Chris, he's been one of the most powerful hitters in baseball this year. His home run numbers are good enough to put him top 5 in the league. 2 down, nobody on. And the 0-2. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. So he cracks double digits with his 10th strikeout. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. The Guardians going with a new pitcher, Matt Vesta.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Number 22, Ben Wright.
Tap foul at the plate.
You know, these Yankees, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They've been absolutely smashing the baseball. They've racked up a bunch of hits, and 8 have gone down for extra bases.
1 down.
With all those extra base hits, it's easy to think we're going to see that trend continue the rest of the game. They seem to be really locked in at the plate.
Hit in the air out to center field. 2 down.
The batter, number 11, shortstop Anthony Volpe.
And here is Anthony Volpe, 1 for 3. Way out front for strike 2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Two down, nobody on. And it finds its way through for a hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Up next for the Yankees, the left fielder, Jose Caballero.
Up the middle, lays out, but he can't squeeze it to first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
No problem beating out the infield hit right there. Good hustle getting down the line.
Escara.
2 aboard, 2 outs. J.C. Escara, the next to hit. And that's a base hit. Volpe flying around third and headed home. 1 run is in. Now the throw comes in. Runner holds it third. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
Ripped on the ground to second. They limit the damage here. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across 1. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. The Yankees 9 and the Guardians nothing.
Now pitching for the
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Ryan Weathers.
Well, he's got electric stuff coming out of the pen. His strikeout rate, though, is through the roof so far this season.
Here's the center fielder, Chase DeLauder, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
Number 24, Chase DeLauder.
You know, with these Guardians being a little too patient at the plate in this game. They found themselves behind in the count quite a bit. They're trying to be patient, but it's mostly resulting in outs, not base runners. And you could argue it's making things more difficult at the plate.
Handles, throws to first, and they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th.
Well, at that velocity, if that's all you're seeing, 88, you can handle that all day long. That's what you get in batting practice. But off the velocity of the fastball, that is a very tough pitch to adjust to.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
I mean, they're getting hittable pitches. That's why they're called strikes. But going back to the dugout, knowing you could have done something with what you got is frustrating for hitters.
On the ground to third. Throws to first in time.
Up next for the Guardians, the right fielder,
Nolan Jones getting ready to hit.
This manager knows that his players are just trying to do too much. Everybody needs to just take a deep breath, relax, and let it naturally happen.
The 1-1 is fouled off. And a foul ball. He stays alive. 2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom of the 7th. Cut on and miss, struck him out, and that'll do it. The Guardians go down in order. Steep hill to climb. It's a 9-0 deficit. We go to the 8th. Here comes Aaron Judge. Steps in, league leader in OPS, Singy.
Yeah, he's crushing mistakes, but also taking what pitchers give him. That's next level hitting.
Drilled out towards left center field. That's back. It has the distance, gone. Another homer. His 2nd home run of the game, and they add on.
First pitch swinging, and he got the fastball. He knew exactly what to do with it, too. Well, Boog, when you've got power like he does, hitting 2 home runs in the same game feels very doable. Dialed in and making the most of every swing out there.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Matt Festa is done, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back.
for the Guardians, number 26, Logan Allen.
More ribbies than some teams in this league. Unbelievable production.
Yeah, he doesn't snack, he feasts, especially with ducks on the pond.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in, and we're in the top of the 8th. This to third, Ramirez. Throwing the dirt, and he can't come up with it.
Well, an error like that, you look at the scoreboard and you kind of wonder if they are losing focus out there. And look, it can be tough to stay locked in when you're getting blown out. We've all been there. And I'm not saying that's definitely what happened on this play, but it's not a great look.
Man at first, nobody out. Now, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Schneeman takes it in for the out. One away.
Up next for the Yankees, the first baseman, number 22, Ben Wright.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. Takes it in for the out.
Up next for the Yankees, the catcher, number 28, Austin Wells.
Austin Wells stepping in now for the Yankees. He's one of the best players in the game.
So easy to look at the big boys in this lineup, but he has been a pleasant surprise all season long.
Ground ball to the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Solo shot from Aaron Judge for the Yanks. It's now 10-zip.
Now pitching for the
Back
Yankees,
now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, number 80.
He's averaging more than 1 hit allowed per inning pitched this season, and that's not where you want to be at all. So we'll see how he does here.
leading off for the Guardians, the left fielder, Daniel Schneeman.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Got it. Now one away.
No, that's not the best 2-strike fastball I've seen, but certainly got away with the location there. You know, sometimes as a hitter, when you're down in the count, you're so focused on a pitcher painting the black, and you just get a little bit locked up on something down the heart of the plate, not expecting it, and it just kind of freezes you.
Nice grab. Takes it himself, and he got him. Nicely done at first for the out.
Up next for the Guardians, the shortstop,
Now it's the shortstop. Chopper to second. Chisholm out with room to spare, and that's the inning. Nothing doing for the Guardians there. They're down 10-0. Back now at Progressive Field, and stepping in for the Yankees, Anthony Volpe. Grounds one to short. Throws to first. One pitch and one out.
Up next for the Yankees, the left fielder, Jose Caballero.
Base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Up next for the Yankees, the third baseman.
Now the third baseman, J.C. Escara.
Good swing out of him last time. Ripped a liner into center.
Lined, and that's a base hit. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. The relay throw, and he's safe. So it's first and third with one down.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Out towards right center field. No one can get there. It falls in. In comes the run from third to add on.
He's in there.
It's an RBI single, and they extend their lead.
Number 99, designated hitter, Aaron.
Here is Aaron Judge. He's provided a couple of memorable moments already today.
Yeah, Boog, 2 impactful home runs, and the second one came in the 8th inning. This guy's swinging a red-hot bat in this one.
That one is absolutely belted. Gone. And he's gone yard again. That's his third home run of the game. And they boost their lead. Singing, he's been red hot.
Yeah, another big swing of the bat for him. Man, he is really seeing the ball well in this one. He's putting on quite the show at the dish here in this one, and he's just so locked in with this swing, and he's just not missing right now. A 3-homer game, man, it's so special And I tell you what, it's a lot of fun watching him pull it off as well.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Logan Allen departs, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break.
Now pitching for
Eric
the Guardians,
Zabrowski gets the call from the pen.
Well, he's a big-time strikeout guy out there. This season, averaging more than 1 per inning.
This one in the air, center field. DeLauder on the move. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch.
the batter,
2 down.
Second base, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Here's the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike 1. Action in the pen down there. Hunter Gaddis getting ready to go. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into left field. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Up next for the Yankees, the first baseman, number 22, Ben Wright.
Step off. Oh, he jumped early. Puts the tag on him, and that's the inning. Back in the ballpark as we take a check of the bullpen so far this season. Here comes the closer here in the ninth, David Bednar.
And he's done a great job keeping the ball in the park this year. The numbers stack up with some of the best in the game.
First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Big at bat right here. He did the team thing, took until he got a strike. Now he's got to go to work, shorten up that swing a little bit, do whatever it takes to get on base.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Had him out front for strike 3.
A pretty good break on the curveball right there. Maybe not as down in the zone as he would have liked, but deceptive enough to get that swing and miss. And if you don't catch that pitch out front on the barrel, it bears in on you pretty hard.
That one at triple digits.
Some hitters are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
Late with the swing there. Bednar, multi-time All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a curve, and occasionally works in a splitter. Got him swinging for the K. Now only 1 out remaining. 2 outs, base is empty. Kyle Manzardo will hit next. 0 for 3 in this one. Sliced hard but foul. Here comes the 0-1. In the air, left field. Caballero in and to his right. He's got it. Ball game. The Yankees add another to their winning streak.
Another day, another win. I really think this team has forgotten how to lose a ball game. It's been so long since they've lost. I really don't know what else to say. They're just a can't-miss ball club right now.
14-zip at the end of this one. And the road team picks up the win and picks up a sweep. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Sciambi. Thanks for joining us.